Hello, hello, hello. Sorry, I'm a little bit later than planned. How is everyone in the chat? Are we looking forward to game week 9? Let's talk about it. Oh, I got my first like. Thank you. Who's that in the chat there? Let me know who you are. Two likes. Look at this, just flooding him. How's your team looking, guys? What do you need help with today? Hey, Kieran. How you doing, bud? Is this your first time to the stream? I don't recognize your name, but you're very welcome. Nice one, man. Thanks so much for joining. Hope you are doing well, my friend. First of many, hopefully. Have you subscribed to the channel? Have you been watching some of my videos? Okay, nice. What's your wildcard draft looking like? Hey, Kieran, man, if you're still there, let me know what your wildcard draft is looking like and if I can help at all. Broker, Defense, Nessie, Timber, Gabriel, Van de Ven, Gay. Woodworker, Nessie, June Timber, Gabriel, Van de Ven, Gay, Semenyo, Kudus, Reijnders, Saka, and Ndiaye. So I am, pretty solid. I'm looking to sell Reijnders this week. So is this your current team or is this your wildcard draft? Haaland, Woltemade. I assume this is your wildcard draft. And what chips do you have left? Because that's quite important if you have bench boost. Oh, that's your current squad. That's your current squad and you haven't wildcarded. It's really good. Why are you looking to bench boost? Do you want, is it Palace? And how many free transfers do you have? Yeah, I can see the point with Reijnders. I'm gonna do Reijnders. How much do you have in the bank? Can you do Reijnders to like Enzo or yeah? I would have thought, like, for me, wildcarding this week is not optimal. And the reason being is because you've already got triple Arsenal, but for me, from game week 10, you would want double, if not triple, Palace. And the problem with that is that obviously Arsenal and Palace are playing each other this week. So if I was you, Kieran, in all honesty, I would do your very best to try and make this team work for you. Use your free transfer if you can. So who would be your problem area? So you could play Pope, Senesi, Timber, Gabriel. Oh, you've got Gay. Okay, so you've got Palace. You've got one Palace. You play Semenyo, play Saka, play Ndiaye, and then Kudus. You could play it. To be honest, actually, Kieran, to be honest, mate, you could just play a 3-4-3, bench Reijnders, roll your transfer, and then like if you can't make any, yeah, I wouldn't I wouldn't look to wildcard just to solve two. Like you've given me two problems there, as Kudus and Reijnders. They're obviously not ideal, but for me, you want a wildcard would want to be solving a bigger structural pain point of your team for a longer period of time. So what you could do is you could wildcard next week, giving yourself the triple Palace, triple Arsenal, and then you can get rid of the likes of Kudus and Reijnders moving forward. But let me know how much you've got in the bank, and then I can kind of let you know what my thoughts would be with regards to that as well. Hey team, who else is in the chat? Let me know. Thanks so much for smashing that like button as well. Okay, so you've got nothing in the bank. Yeah, honestly, Kieran, I would, if it was me, I would sit tight on the wild card. I would just play one of Reijnders or Kudus. Yeah, I'd do Pope, Senesi, Timber, Gabriel, bench Van der Ven and Gay, play Semenyo, Saka and Ndiaye. And who would I? Oh, let me have a quick look. Who would I? It's bloomin' Andy Thompson. Hey, look who it is. Long time no speak. Yeah, honestly, Kieran, I would probably bench Reijnders. I'd play Kudus, and then I'd wildcard next week. Roll your transfer, and wildcard next week. Andy Thompson. Hold Pedro and Gyökeres for one more week, given their favourable fixtures, or go bold and get Mateta and Woltemade in. Not for me, Mr. Thompson. 2 home games. João Pedro home to Sunderland, Gyökeres home to Palace. They're not amazing fixtures, but they're good fixtures. They're okay fixtures at home. Mateta away, the best defence in the league, if not the world, right now. And Woltemade has, I don't know. Yeah, Fulham at home. You could do one of them. I wouldn't bring Mateta in there. If you want, you could do one of those transfers to get Woltemade in. I think that moving forward, the optimal front three would be Haaland, Mateta, and Woltemade. So you could do Gyökeres to Woltemade. Yeah. But I wouldn't sell both. It's difficult with João Pedro because I don't think he's a good long-term hold, but Chelsea's run of fixtures are just so good, and with Palmer out, and Delap. I think my dash is pretty good actually. November. Enough about you, lads. What about me? Hey? What about me? All right. Yeah, Kieran, Gabriel is flagged. Arteta. Tash is lit. There's the camera. Thank you, Kieran. Thank you, my friend. That's why you're number one fan on the stream right now. Thanks, mate. Yeah, Gabriel flagged. Not ideal from an FPL perspective. Honestly, though, I feel like Arteta has said this in the past, and then Gabriel has just played. I also think he's either gonna start and play 90 minutes, or he's gonna not feature at all. So I'm just gonna stick with him, and then if he has to come on for one on my bench, then he has to come on for one on my bench. I'm not bothered. So while it's all about me, I'm going to do my plan transfer, which is Reijnders to Enzo Fernandez. Make transfer. Reijnders to Enzo. Very good. Alrighty. So I've now got my double Chelsea for Sunderland and their nice run of fixtures. Got rid of Reijnders. So my headache now that I could do with your help, chat, is bench. I feel like the captaincies, I'm just going to stick with Haaland. There's no other outstanding option. I like Semenyo at home to Forest. I kind of like Saka at home to Palace. Would I dare put the armband on Enzo or João Pedro home to Sunderland? Probably not. I think I'm just going to stick with Haaland, to be honest with you. So with those questions answered, my defence. I think Richards is a bench. It basically comes down to, do I bench or start Rodon or Munoz? Kieran, Andy Thompson, anyone else in the chat? Who would you start? Would you start Rodon at home to a blunt West Ham, or would you start attacking Munoz away to the best defence in the league? Can I do a poll? I've never done a poll. Start a poll. There we go. Yeah, Munoz is a beast, isn't he? Ooh, Kieran. Yeah, that'd be a killer. He's been frustrating enough. I wildcarded him in game week 4. Yeah, because he got back-to-back 5 points. And then a 9, and then he went 5 blank, and then he's the last 2 18 points. All the stuff. That's another reason, Kieran, why I would. Yeah, for me, I'd hold off wildcarding because you can then bring in whatever Palace assets you want next week with full confidence that they've got a great run of fixtures. Because after Arsenal away, yeah, Brentford at home. Yeah, they've got 4 home fixtures over the next. Sorry, 3 home fixtures in the next 4, and then it's Wolves away, which is a nice fixture. Burnley away for that's a really nice. Yeah. Because then you could just do Munoz, Sarr, and Mateta from game week 10, and then just have your 3 Palace locked in and just hold them. Thanks, mate. I got really lucky with Gakpo. 2 weeks ago, it was a coin toss between selling either Gakpo or Grealish for Saka, and to be honest, the only thing that swayed it for me was the fact that Grealish couldn't play against his parent club, Man City, in game week 8. Reijnders and Gyökeres out, Woltemade. Yeah, nice. Andy Thompson. Strong moves. Really strong moves. I'm a big fan of that. Bit of a variance with my team as well. You're not just following the masses. You're doing it your way. Fair enough. Oh, lads, 50-50 in the poll. 2 votes. Oh, this is going to be a tough one. Top 2.1 million ranking. Yeah. Good luck to you. It's been a tough old season. A wise FPL manager once said, "You don't need to look at your rank until game week 38. So just keep playing your game, just keep chipping away, and doing what you think is best." Oh, that is punchy. I like it, Kieran. I like Reece James. My question to you, sir, would be, who for? Who would you be getting rid of to bring in for Reece James? Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, just outside top 200k. So let's just scroll down here. Wow, 204,000, not million, 1,000. I would say the ranks though are very bunched. Like a goal here or there can swing it either way. Yeah, Kieran, I really like the Reece James shout. I would say with Reece James, I have been burnt with him, with his streakiness and his injuries in the past. I feel like if this is Reece James of old, obviously he's done back-to-back 90 minutes, which is great. And he had a big haul last week, but he's either going to blank, get injured or get sent off, or just something. I don't know. I just feel like... Also, the Chelsea defence, I actually don't like. They obviously got that clean sheet against Forest, but they were so lucky. Like that Forest's first half, they were the way better team. Yeah, I think my biggest problem is like I'd love a punt on like a Reece James, but honestly, no one in my defence. Like the only thing that I would potentially consider doing, and I did look at this, and had Joachim Anderson from Fulham not been injured, I would have been slightly tempted to do it. And this is like kind of luxury moves, but I am conscious that I don't have the optimal Palace 3. Like I'd rather probably not have Richards, but have Ismail Assar instead. And then Richards could become another 4.5, either Keane or Anderson. And then I could have made Reijnders, Ishmael Lassar. But again, Enzo's got a better fixture this week. So it's all just kind of like rearranging stuff. But what I would say is that I do like the double Palace defense moving forward. And Richards is just so solid at 4.5. Good defense. He gets DEFCON. Like, do I have a Newcastle defender or should I bring one in? Sorry, you know I don't have one. You're looking at my team. Should I bring in a Newcastle defender or are you considering a Newcastle defender, Kieran? Problem with Newcastle is they just don't have a 4.5 option. And there's such good value in the 4.5 defenders. Like Richards, Keane, as I mentioned, Anderson at Fulham. Obviously, Senesi's now not 4.5, but he was. And then even below that, like Mukiele at Sunderland, Rodon at Leeds, Goodmanson at Leeds, Esteve at Burnley. There's like some Alderete at Sunderland. Like there's some really good budget defenders. So as good as the Newcastle defense is, actually that's quite a nice run of 3 fixtures they've got coming up. Yeah, as good as they are. Yeah, I like. How do you pronounce his name? Yeah, 4.9. I mean, he's playing. He's in the team. He's getting 90s. What's it like for DEFCON? Okay, so he's got DEFCON twice. Hey Sabani, how are you, mate? Thanks so much for your comment on my video this week. Petrovic, Kukureya, Timber, Munoz, Salah, Saka, Semenyo, Haaland, Raffles, JP, Dubravka, Goodmanson, Richards, King. Yeah, solid. Really like that. Yeah, Kukureya. I obviously got rid of him for Gabriel, but happy to have Gabriel. But Kukureya since then has been returning. So you don't have Gabriel. You have Kukureya and Timber. Interesting. Munoz. That's a solid back three. Saka, Semenyo, Haaland. 3. Are you missing a player there? Petrovic, Kukureya, Timber, Munoz, Saka, Semenyo. That's 3-3-3. You missing a midfielder? Apparently, there's some stuff going around that Saka wasn't seen. Saka and Declan Rice haven't been seen in training today. Enzo Fernandez. Yeah, Sabani. Nice. Me. Yeah. 3-4-3. Or are you talking to Sabani in the chat? I think Sabani's also on a 3-4-3. So I think, I think Sabani, what's your plans this week? I assume you're going to hold, roll, and then what, do Gyökeres to Mateta next week or similar? No, Kieran, to be honest, I will play Gabriel regardless. Either he plays and he plays 90, or he is probably not even in the squad. So yeah, that decision will be taken out of my hands. I don't think there's a world where Gabriel either plays. I mean, look, he might have to come off early, but I would have thought he'd do enough to get 60 minutes plus to get either 2 points and hopefully a clean sheet. Or if he's injured, I say Arteta just rests him and he plays maybe the new lad Mascara. Like we've got depth, Arsenal have depth to be able to cover for injuries like this now. I would say that if there's any fear, Gabriel's such an integral part of that Arsenal defence. I'd say they won't risk him if he's at all. So if Gabriel doesn't play, Munoz will come off my bench anyway. So yeah, to your point, the decision between Rodon and Munoz might be taken out of my hands. I hope it's not, but yeah. Yeah, João Pedro would be on the chopping block for me as well. The really difficult thing is that like Spurs away is an okay fixture, but like Wolves at home is plum. Like Wolves are not good, and that block of 4 fixtures, I could totally see you be like, if João Pedro has like not done anything by 13. I mean, maybe I'm more patient than a lot of managers. Absolutely sell him, because Arsenal home, leads away, Bournemouth is a tough run. But like those 4 fixtures, Sunderland at home, Spurs away, Wolves at home, Burnley away. But then again, maybe that's easy for me to say because I've got Mateta and Haaland. So Woltemade I think is good, but I think Woltemade's ceiling at the moment is like a goal a game. I can't see him like getting a hat trick because Newcastle aren't great right now. Okay, so yeah, Sabani, that's a bit of a clash of strategies there. I am not primarily, but I am quite a big fixture manager. I do take into account form, but I do I do let fixtures lead a lot of my decision making, and for me, that kind of block of Chelsea fixtures, if I've got a, starting striker / number 10, he was rested midweek because he was suspended. Him and Enzo might be sharing penalties. Who knows? With Palmer out, but yeah, even if he's in the 10, number 9, I just feel like João Pedro. But then at the same time, he's not taken any shots, and I think his not that he's had any penalties. His XG is 0.01. It's basically going to take him however many games to get a goal. It's just crazy. Yeah, fair enough. Hey, chat, you've really got to help me out with this poll. 50-50. It's not helping anyone. But hey, team, if you're new in the chat, welcome. I'm FPL Hawley. If you've not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It really, really helps me and really helps the channel. And yeah, hit the like button on the stream. That really, really helps me and the channel as well. And let me know your biggest questions or dilemmas in the chat. And let me know who I should start. Vote in the poll. Should I start Rodon or Munoz? Just going to check the clean sheet odds. %38 for Leeds. Yeah, but I'm not. That's such a difficult metric because I wouldn't be starting Rodon for his attacking threat, and I wouldn't be starting Munoz for his clean sheet potential. They're two very different. They're two very different defenders. Subani, I can't do Salah because I am already tripled up on Palace. So the only way I could make Salah work, and we spoke about this earlier, is I was considering doing Richards to. So I've already done my transfer. So I did Reijnders to Enzo. The other option I considered was using 2 transfers and doing Richards to either Anderson or Keane, and then doing Reijnders to Salah. Yeah, West Ham are trash. I agree with you, Kieran. I think the only problem is what I like about backing Munoz is I'm backing the player, and as you've already said yourself, he is a beast. Whereas Rodon, I'm backing the system and the team, and Leeds, as good as they have been at home, it just would make me nervous. And I feel it'd just be so typical for Bowen to just score a worldie or Paquetá to do something. But yeah, it's a really tough decision for me because I'm backing a team or an individual, and they're two very different decisions. It's hard to make a 50-50 call. Oh yeah, sorry. That's my bench. So yeah, I'm already tripled up on Palace. And Sabani, as you kindly commented on one of my videos earlier, my video this week, my team is looking really good. I'm very happy with it. And considering I don't have any chips left, I'm in a really good spot. If you gave me a wild card now and told me that I had to use it, the tweaks I would make would be, I'd probably do Richards to either Anderson or Keane or just another 4.5 defender. I would have probably made I'd probably make King Saar, and then I'd do João Pedro down to Woltemade. But if I couldn't afford Woltemade, I'd just do him right down to like a GUI, and then just have him on my bench if I needed to. So do more of a 3-5-2 rather than a 3-4-3. Any chat on Twitter or anything? Any leaks? Yeah. That is actually a good point, Kieran. Although I have to say, I'd assume it'd be Mosquera, the young guy coming in. Like he did look really good when he came on and played a couple of games earlier in the season, particularly when he came on for his debut at Anfield for Saliba. Like he did look really, really solid. But yeah, definitely without Gabby, the Arsenal defense would certainly be weaker. So, but then I guess that would be an even stronger argument for benching Munoz, because if Gabby doesn't play, then Munoz will come on and play anyway. So maybe that's the move. Back Leeds to get the clean sheet, and then if I need Munoz, it'll be because Gabby isn't playing. So yeah, I tend to agree. That I think Crystal Palace will score, and maybe Munoz will get DEFCON as well. Oh, it's really hard, and you guys are not helping me at all with this poll. 4 votes, 50-50. Oh, this is going to be one of those like coin toss deadline stream decisions. Well, I've had a couple this season. One of them was, ironically enough, in game week, I think it was game week 1 for the original draft. I had a coin toss decision between João Pedro and Mateta, and I went with Mateta, and then João Pedro banged and got 15 points in game week 2. And then my other one, which I didn't get that one right. But then the other one was Grealish or Gakpo to Saka, and I got that one right. So you can't win them all, but you can get some of them right, hopefully sometimes. All right, team, we are coming up to 10 minutes before the deadline. Any last minute questions or dilemmas, team, before we enter the last 10 minutes? Because I've made my transfer, I've got my captain locked in. I just need to, this benching is gonna, yeah. The thing as well that I don't like is I hate like either watching a game or like keeping an eye on a score when all I'm hoping for is a clean sheet. It's so painful. Oh, and that's the early kickoff as well. Oh. Do it, Sabani. Do it. Captain Enzo. For the penalties, right? So, Sabani, the only thing that I would say about Enzo is if you watch what happened midweek actually, even before that, if you watch what happened last week with the Forest game, Enzo Maresca started with João Pedro leading the line and then changed at halftime and he brought Gui on and they look much better when they had a striker. Now, the problem with that for Enzo is that João Pedro then drops into the 10. Enzo then doesn't get as forward as much. So, they also did that midweek in the Champions League. Gui got his goal, got subbed at halftime, as did Enzo, and João Pedro was suspended. So that pattern of behaviour suggests to me that Maresca realises that João Pedro is not a good striker. He is a number 10. So that would suggest to me again that they're going to start with Gui as the striker because he was saying in his press conference there that Delap is close. He might feature in the EFL Cup midweek. So he might just say, well, look, let's just get through Sunderland at home and then hopefully Delap will be back getting minutes. Honestly, I'd say Captain Kukurea. That would be a great shout. The attacking positions that man has taken up, like, my God. And then with the clean sheet potential, yeah, Kukurea would be a great shout. You could Captain Kukurea and Vice Captain Enzo and then see what happens. But yeah, that would be my only thing with Enzo. And look, I know I've bought him in myself. I think he's a great asset for the price, but a captain option could be tough. But you never know. He might still make those like late runs into the box. Yeah, you never know. Guys, anyone else? Because I think Haaland can play. Yeah, look, mate. I mean, Spani, if you've got a gut, if you've got a feeling, and you want to go with it, because there's nothing worse than having like a very strong gut intuition and then not going with it because you're through fear or wanting to go with the herd or whatever. If you just go for it, then yeah. go for it. For me, I think there are some good but not outstanding captaincy options this week. I've already discussed Enzo. We've already discussed João Pedro. Saka, yeah, would probably be my next, which is why he's got his vice captain. Semenyo, if this was a Postecoglou Forest, I would have been really tempted. And I actually captained Semenyo a couple of game weeks ago, didn't I? I do have Gakpo, but the slight fear with Gakpo is that he could just get a bit of an out of the blue benching like he did the other week in game week 6. Now, to be fair, he did come on at half time, but yeah. I do have Gakpo. Are you saying no way that you don't think Gakpo is going to get benched? When did I captain Semenyo? Okay, Gakpo got benched. Yeah, I captained him in game week 5. Oh yeah, it's when Haaland was away at Arsenal. Yeah, you're right. I think Gakpo does play. I think he's the least of slots worries right now. Yeah, I hadn't really considered Gakpo, but I just similar to your point earlier about the form fixture thing. Until I see a reason not to think that Haaland is just in the absolute form of his life, I'm just scoring again midweek against Villarreal. Like, Villa have been better. Did they lose last night against go ahead Eagles? So they played on Thursday. Travelled. I think it was away. They lost. Conceded 2 goals. Haaland's got a day extra rest. Yeah, I mean, I can totally see the argument against Haaland. For me, there's no compelling reason to not go with him. All right, team, you've been. Oh, we have a 5th vote. Oh no! I was literally just going to say I'm going to go with Rodon. 3 minutes to go. Who came out of left field? Name yourself. Who are you? You've come into my stream and voted on my poll. Hey, Hen Haley, how are you? You've just come in here and just thank you for voting my poll and welcome to FPL Hawley. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that like button on the stream. It really, really helps the channel. Go on, Sabani. Enzo captain. I love that. That's so brave. Fair play. 1 minute to go, team. Get those teams locked in. And I really don't know who to go for. God, am I going to regret back in the Leeds defence? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because of DEFCON. Are you talking about Rodon or... God. What am I thinking? What am I doing? Oh, did I do it in time? Did I get it in? Oh, I don't know. Oh. I think I did. I actually don't know. I did it and then I hit save, but I don't know. Oh, no. Oh, I don't know. Oh, my God. Yeah, I don't know. I did something. Yeah, who knows? Maybe Munoz is starting, maybe Rodon's starting. Either way, I actually don't know. But anyway, I have to run. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. I really appreciate it, team. And as I said, thank you for supporting FPL Hawley. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe to the channel. Please like the stream. And I'll do a video early next week with my breakdown. Good luck, Sabani. Best of luck with the Enzo captain. I love that. Great to meet you, Kieran. And Hen, thank you so much for joining. Good luck in Game Week 9. I'll see you in Game Week 10. Bye, team.